You ought to be in pictures. You ought to be a star. You ought to be in pictures. You're a something star. On Jupiter and Mars. That's not the words, but you know, neither am I. Okay. Anyway, for the rest of the review, you're just gonna see me picking out my hair. Yeah, anyway, hello there, CriterioNate here, 361. Albert Maysles, David Maysles, and Ian Markowitz, the Beales of Grey Garden. 2006, 91 minutes, Kaluba. So, all I can say, I have little to nothing to say about this movie, outside of the fact that if you've seen Grey Gardens, you've seen the Beales of Grey Gardens. There is, I think, probably more to their characters. I think, you know, when the Maysles did Grey Gardens, you know, it's funny because this is sort of like the feeling of that I had about Symbiopsychotoxicplasm with Take 1 and Take 2, 2.5. Like how, you know, you have this movie that like really was like, whoa, everybody really likes, you know, that was made, you know, years ago, and then you go back and try to make, you know, you go back to the old footage and try to make a second one, and it just doesn't always have the same, you know, vibe to it. I think, but actually, in all honesty, I think this one's actually a little bit better than the first one. I wasn't crazy about all the yelling. I feel like in the first one, you know, the Beales kind of, you know, the Edies, Big Edie and Little Edie, all, you know, kind of argue with each other quite a bit more in Grey Gardens, and that I don't care to watch very much. That's kind of hard to take, you know. So, you know, this one is a little more, it's just a little more about, I mean, we don't get a lot, I mean, of course, we always get a lot of Little Edie, you know, dancing and singing and all that, and all the outfits, and you know, talking about, you know, gossiping about people and all that, and you know, talking about things and all that. This one, because there wasn't a lot of footage, you know, this is sort of like made of like all the leftover footage from the first one. There's a lot more interaction with the Maysles. She talks to them like directly a lot, and they, you know, they try not to respond, but you know, they do every once in a while. And I could tell they weren't trying to include themselves in the first movie, you know. So this time they were like, you know, there's a lot of good stuff in, you know, that they still did, even though they were talking to us, you know. So yeah, let me look at the chapters because that'll help. I was following along with the chapters. I don't know if we should do that. Yeah. Yeah. So basically, yeah, it's about, you know, just her, you know, Little Edie singing and talking about stuff and all that. And Jerry, the errand boy, is still there. And let's see what else. And they showcase their cats. And at one point, one of the more interesting scenes is at one point there's a fire. There's a fire in the corner of like the second story. And just like, I mean, it's not a really intense fire, but it's, you know, it's like burning burning through the house. You know, it's like, I think, like it must have started. I don't think they ever said like what started the fire or something, but yeah, you actually see the Maysles like jump into action, and you know, they kind of like lose sight of the movie for a second. You know, or like, because they're like, holy crap, we need to do something about this. You know, we need to protect them, and they jump into action. But at the same time, I think at one point you hear them say, you know, they don't stop filming. They're like, are you still getting this? They're like, yeah. So. Wouldn't it be cool if the whole house? Wouldn't it be cool if we all burned down together? Oh, what a fantastic movie this would be! Yeah. So anyway, the firemen come out and take care of it and all that stuff. So anyway, yeah. And then there's that. And what else? What else happens in this movie? Does anything else happen in this movie? Yeah. Biggie does poetry and flirts, and Little Edie flirts with David, I think. Albert, and calls it a design for a living, which we'll get to in years from now. She goes out toward the end, she goes out to the beach and kind of sunbathes, and it's a really, really nice scene just watching her sunbathe and the capturing the waves and all that. That's a really cool bit. Much more peaceful movie, the second one, than the first one. The first one seems to have a lot more anger and realism to it. And that probably was the Maysles' intention. to capture those dramatic moments between the Edies and yeah. But in the same time, you know, I don't know, just that's it's kind of uncomfortable to watch the first one. I mean, I know people love it, but for me, if I had to watch one, I'd watch the second one because, again, it's a little more light, a little lighter, you know. The best, I think, probably the best one, probably the one line that really got me was the final scene. At the end of the movie, they're talking about the movie, and she asks, "So what were you going to call it?" And he says, "Well," one of the Maisels says, "Well, we're thinking of calling it Grey Gardens, you know, because of the name of." She had explained Grey Gardens before, you know, how like they lived in this place where all the garden kind of dies, and you know, she told me, "Oh, it'll come back soon," you know, and she's like asking her mother, you know, what do you think of the title? And they get distracted by something, and she says something like, well, what does she say? She says something like, you know, well, people might think it's about flowers, you know, and then that's like the last line, and it dawned on me why they did that, because, you know, in their own special way, the Beales were flowers, you know, flowers growing in this garden, you know, and yeah, that was a neat little line, a way to end the movie. Actually, technically, during the credits, there's a scene from, I think, the first Grey Gardens where little Edie is like picking up these cans that these kids threw at. I think that was from the first one. I can't remember. So yeah. So anyway, again, so the Beales are a trip. What can you say? Maisels had fun with them. Hey, you know, you got more footage. Hey, you know, you put it to good use. You know, can't say much about that. So yeah, what do we give this one? Give it an A. Hey, good stuff. You know, I mean, it's not something that I really want to watch again and again and again. But at the same time, it has a place. It has a place in a place. So for that, it gets an A. Supplements. There's only one supplement. It's a new introduction with Albert Maisels, who sadly is no longer with us, but he just talks about, you know, certain scenes that he liked in this one, scenes that he had viewed, memories of working with the Maisels. I mean the Beales. And yeah, that's basically it. So that's all I got to say. Beales of Grey Gardens, A. If you like the first one, this one will be even better. So that's it for today. Although it might not be it for today. Let me look it up. You know, there's a chance I might do border radio tonight. There's a very slight chance I might do border radio. I cannot guarantee that right now, just because I feel like it. It's just sort of like, you know, I'm in the mood where I feel like doing, you know, and border radio only has the one, the movie, because I'm still waiting for us to buy. I think we are ordering border radio, but we won't get to it. We won't be able to get to the supplements until much later. So I'm thinking, well, so it's going to be on Filmstruck, and so I'm thinking, well, might as well start tonight, you know, yeah, we'll think about it. Because that way, Sunday we could start on the rewatches. I do want to start, you know, rewatching movies. Obviously, Scarlet Empress is on its way. Did it make it? I'm checking my account right now. Let's see here. I'm still waiting on Scarlet Empress. Okay. So that'll be. So I'm thinking about. Yeah, I might do it. Worst comes to worst, we'll just go and save it for tomorrow. What was it? Yeah, border radio, and then we'll do Mouchette, which I have here. Of course, I have here Mouchette on Sunday. Although, yeah, again, I'm not sure, because more than likely I'm gonna try and do border radio tonight. We'll see. We'll see. So anyway, and then I've already ordered another rewatch. I can announce my next rewatch will be Day of Wrath. Carl Theodor Dreyer's Day of Wrath. That was one that I don't remember what I don't remember what I gave it. I'll look back and figure out what I gave it. But I liked Ordette so much that I feel like I just missed something in Day of Wrath. I really do feel like I did. Gertrude just sucks. Gertrude's just a stupid, stupid movie. A really boring, pretentious little piece of crap. But Day of Wrath, I don't feel like I got it. You know, so I need to give that one another chance. So Day of Wrath will be the next rewatch. And then after that, I'm not sure. I think it might be Children of Paradise. We'll see. I know everybody's screaming and says, "Oh, you suck because you don't like the Children of Paradise." Well, it's a long-ass movie. Even Megan's not crazy about it. So there. Anyway, so I can't say any more right now. So let you go. We'll give it a shot. We'll see. It's not a very long movie. I think it's only 80-something minutes. So that's a good length for just watching a movie. So. Anyway, that's it for me. Thank you for watching. Don't start fires in houses, although who started the fire? Who the heck started the fire? I don't know. Don't yell at your daughter. And yeah, so that's it for me. Thank you for watching, and we will see you probably tonight or maybe tomorrow for Border Radio. And until then, goodbye.